Today's debate will be between two of my personalities, the pirate straw hat Grant and Jay. The hat will tell you who is addressing the audience. If the hat is on, then you are hearing from Grant. And if the hat is off, then you are hearing from Jay. The debate topic will be, is God the path to happiness? Jay will be arguing for yes, and Grant will be arguing for no. When both say God, they are talking about Christianity, which they both subscribe to. In this instance, Jay will make his initial argument, so without further ado, I will let Jay start with his 1 minute main argument. Of course, God is the path to happiness. What could be better than being given the task of filling the world with love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, and self control? Being on a lifelong quest to do something noble alone provides happiness. If you are up to no good, then you shouldn't be happy. But it isn't even possible to be up to no good when you follow God. Plus, when you are praising God in the prescribed way, then you are surrounded by other people who understand the importance of being up to good things. God has provided us with everything we need. That knowledge fills you with an immense amount of gratitude, which also helps with being happy. Every step you take is guided by good advice that is time tested. No matter the situation, God has given us an answer in His teachings. Knowing the right course of action at all times makes for an easy life with few actual decisions. An easy life is definitely going to generate increased happiness. I couldn't be happier, and I credit all my happiness to God's guidance. All right, now it's Grant's 1 minute rebuttal. You and I understand the teachings of God and that all Christians are assigned the task of filling the world with love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, and self control. But how can you be happy about the fact that so many Christians don't understand that that is our responsibility? There are Christians out there who hate gays or Democrats. There are Christians disturbing other people's peace. There are Christians who are impatient with atheists, and so on. How is it that it doesn't even bother you that so many Christians are actually working actively against the task that God assigned us? I find the world depressing when I look around because God told me how it should be, and humanity is unable to do it. It shouldn't be that difficult a task when we have all the teachings necessary to make the task happen. I can't be happy when I see this, and that makes me fail at having joy. Failing at being joyful means I am failing at being what God demands of me. Following God is important to me, but I find it frustrating every time I look around, and frustration prevents happiness. All right, now it's Grant's 1 minute main argument. I think it is a misrepresentation to suggest that God is even remotely a path to happiness. He gives us a hard road to follow. Take turn the other cheek, for example. Abusive people see this as a way to take free shots. When you silently do this, they will assume that you are too stupid to know that they are abusing you. Then they tell their like-minded friends about you, and suddenly you are dealing with endless abuse. If it was a path to happiness, then why are the rules designed so that we are surrounded by hate at all times? Many people avoid this by always surrounding themselves with believers. But when you do that, you aren't actually following the teaching of, I send you out as sheep amongst wolves. If you truly follow just these two teachings, then you are in for a life of hurt. While I understand the importance of following God and do so to the best of my ability, it has in no way been happy or easy. It is hard to be happy with your hands tied and being ordered to never defend yourself against the people who don't ascribe to what is obviously good teachings. All right, Jay's 1 minute rebuttal to Grant. The rules that we have been assigned by God are for a reason. He wants you to be a magnet for hateful, abusive people. How are you going to eliminate hateful and abusive people if you can't identify them? You think being surrounded by hate is God being mean to you? These people are our targets. Besides, we have our marching orders on how to deal with them. We are to be kind to them as we are commanded to be kind to everyone. We should be kind to them because we were once ignorant and going astray before God entered our lives. The teachings of God bring us face to face with our enemy, and once that has happened, it's easy peasy. You say the only safe place to be is surrounded by fellow believers, but we are not arguing over whether or not it is safe to be a Christian. We are arguing if it is a path to happiness. Just being good in God's eyes should be enough for you. When you feel you are good in God's eyes, you can't fail to be happy. What is better in this world than being accepted by perfection itself? Jay's 1 minute closing argument. I find following God as the easiest way to live, and easy equals happy for me. I don't have to work at it, and I look at the world as a spectator. All the silly nonsense that humanity engages in is entertaining when you are aware of how easy it all is to avoid. I can see why God loves us because humans, and I include myself in this, are ridiculously entertaining. As characters in a show, we are quirky, silly, and sometimes stupid. How could you not find happiness in this world when there is so much to love about it? Not only are humans ridiculous, but the world itself is quite beautiful. All the animals and the trees and the bodies of water, it is a beautiful ballet, and God has provided us with endless entertainment while we toil away at our lives. Nothing really upsets me from the world or humanity because I know my place. God tells us that we are just dust, and as dust, we really don't matter. It is a fun life when you watch the show knowing that you don't matter. All your responsibility in this world consists of is being and spreading as much love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, and self control as you can. With God, there is no way I can see to be unhappy. Grant's 1 minute closing argument. Many people like to believe that following God is a path to happiness. If you subscribe to heaven, then it is. But it is false advertising to believe that God will provide happiness while you are on earth. In fact, there are several warnings that if you do it right, then you should not be surprised if the whole world comes together to hate you. How can a universally hated person be happy? It just isn't possible. I'm not bitter because I knew when I signed up how it would end. I don't feel lied to or as if I was cheated. I think lying to people with the suggestion that God will lead you to happiness is actually a sin. It is a hard road and we are supposed to be honest at all times. Do you know how much people hate being around brutally honest people? It is difficult and hard to have to tell the truth the whole time. And in most circumstances, if you provide someone with a truth that they don't like, then they just call you a liar. I find it infuriating to be a Christian, and I think if most people truly followed the teachings of God, they would too.